Alaska 2025, fellas. And we shut in the house right now, baby. It's cold as heck outside. Dadgum, I got my pantuflas on, got my little cup of coffee on. About to switch over to some tea. Lit up too much off this caffeine, baby. Finna slow it down a little bit. And, man, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to just go on ahead and just do a little story time with Uncle JR. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this right here is gonna be a little envelope that I drew for my son. He's been waiting on it for months, actually, man. It's so hard to dedicate a little bit of time to it, which is why I decided to go on ahead and just do a little series. It's gonna be called well, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna call it, but the idea is to do a series of drawing envelopes, right? And that way I literally have to force myself to carve time out of my life so that I can draw my kids these cool little envelopes. So cool story about these envelopes, man. These envelopes, one day I was at work and I was cutting my dude's hair. We started talking about a little thing about I had recently graduated from this faith-based service, this faith-based 12-step program, which I had completed, right, with regards to my mental health and my emotional health. So what I did was I was super excited and still am, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I got a lot of value, I got a lot of healing, got a lot of tools that I learned from that from that certain 12-step recovery program called Celebrate Recovery. And what happened was that I was super excited about it, and I went to work and I actually wrote out everybody a handwritten note. I wrote everybody a handwritten note because I had read somewhere that people don't throw away handwritten notes. And I was like, man, that's true, because I always have all of my handwritten notes. It's true. And it made me remember about whenever I was in prison that I would collect and save all of my letters. And then whenever I got home, you know, come to find out that everybody collected and saved my letters too, because I was sending them home like this, baby. So that's where I got the idea to just go on ahead, set some time apart, start drawing my sons a letter, my kids a letter, start drawing my kids a letter. And, you know, this the way this little series came out. So anyways, back to that drawing, now that we already did that cool little story time with Uncle JR. Right here, you can see that, well, first and foremost, man, man, I ain't nobody, man. I don't know how to draw, man. This right here is what I consider like little old junior high. This is junior high grade level. You know what I'm saying? All these basic stuff that I do right here, like, man, I learned how to do this literally in the 8th grade. Literally in 8th grade art class in Mrs. Reyes at Lufkin, Texas, at Lufkin High School. So, Mrs. Reyes, if you're watching, you already know, baby, I learned literally all these skills in your class. So that's why I consider this like basic 8th grade level art. You know what I'm saying? But it look good, you know what I mean? I mean, check me out. I mean, come on now, dadgum. So anyways, this is all basic art, man. I didn't do too much of nothing, man. I basically dang near almost traced the Spiderman. I didn't hand draw that. Come on now, man. I ain't nobody. I'm just like you and him and everybody else out here, baby. I'm just trying to make something special for my son. You know what I mean? So right here you can see me over there just kind of fill it in with the cool little blue. Just kind of making it pop out a little bit more better. The camera unfocused a little bit. I did a good job at shading that. That's called cross shading. If you zoom in, you'll be able to see that I did some cross shading. It's called cross shading. All of the shading was already, now once again, I basically traced this, bro, out of the coloring book. I went into a coloring book and I literally went to Walmart. I found a Spider-Man book and I found the Spider-Man Perfect that was going to fit perfectly inside that. I didn't change it none, bro. All I did was just put a grid on top of it, and then I transferred the Spider-Man from the grid on the coloring book over to my envelope. But yeah, man, it came out really nice. I'm pretty much done. I got pretty much 40 seconds left, but you know, here you can see just a real quick zoom in of the envelope. I took the time to turn that stamp right there. Now these are pre-stamped envelopes. Took the time to draw into that, man. Look at that. I turned that into a little frame, little picture frame. Looks good, man. I'm really proud of that. Little trees in the background, like a little forest. He said little trees. You know what I mean? I thought it looked cool. The little cross hatching over there underneath the boughs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just did a good job at this. I feel like I did a good job at this. I told my kids to go on ahead and put this bad boy in a little frame or something. So anyways, fellas, it was good seeing y'all. It was good talking to y'all, man. Little story time with Uncle JR, baby. I'm out.